Today we are going to travel to a corner of our world where the light of modern civilization has not yet reached properly. In the depths of a mysterious mountain called Sierra Nevada in the northern part of Colombia, an ancient indigenous people named Kagi live. They consider themselves the big brothers of the world. And they call the people of the rest of the world their little brothers. Who have forgotten the laws of nature. That is, let's imagine a place where everyone has to pay their respects to nature before setting foot on the sacred mountain, otherwise Mother Nature will be angry. Yes, today we are going to learn about a nation whose beliefs are so miraculous and mysterious that it will make you shocked. The almost 6-kilometer high Sierra Nevada mountain may seem like just a mountain to outsiders. But for the Kagi, this is the center of their world. The heart of Mother Earth. For centuries, they have built a world of their own in this remote area, where no outsider is allowed to enter. If someone wants to climb that sacred mountain, the Kira will never let him go empty-handed. Before setting foot on the mountain, according to the tradition, one has to give a gift to nature in the form of cash or at least a good thought. The Keys believe that what is taken from nature must be returned in return. Otherwise, nature becomes displeased. So before climbing, they bathe in the river water and purify themselves physically and mentally. With good thoughts in mind, they fill a few coca leaves and bury the leaves in a hole in the ground for Mother Earth. They believe that this appeases Mother Earth and nothing bad can touch them on the way. This is how the Key people are found deep in the forest. Their total population is only about 12,000. But in the pages of history, they are the heirs of a great civilization. It is said that before the arrival of the Spaniards, a prosperous indigenous tribe of about 500,000 people called the Titonas lived in this mountain forest. In the 16th century, the Titonas civilization was almost wiped out by war and disease. Those who survived went deep into the mountains and rebuilt themselves. The descendants of those few survivors are the Kogi people of today. The people, who have been hidden for 500 years, have kept the knowledge and customs of their ancestors intact in the lap of the Sierra Nevada. At the center of the Bogi's society is a spiritual leader, whom everyone respectfully calls Mama. Mama is not just a guru or priest. He is the guardian and guide of the society. However, surprisingly, there is no king or leader in the Prajas society. All members are equally important and decisions are made through discussion among all. And Mama is essentially the director of knowledge or spirituality. He gives advice and guidance to everyone in the tribe. When a major problem or question arises, the uncles use a unique method to consult their god. It is said that the uncles can establish contact with the spirits of nature. For example, an uncle asks a question in deep meditation with a pot of water. The Keys believe that if the water starts to bubble spontaneously, it is a sign of receiving a yes answer from God. And if the water remains still, they assume that the answer is no. In such a simple yet mysterious way, the Kogira receive the instructions of the god. According to them, the Creator takes care of this earth, water, mountains, sea and everything and expects respect and reward from people in return. However, becoming an uncle is not so easy. A handful of newborns are selected through a special religious ceremony. They grow up to be uncles. These selected children are called Qs. They begin rigorous training. From childhood, the Qs are kept completely separate from the general environment of society. Many times, they are raised in a cave in the mountains or in a secluded place. Imagine a child spending his childhood in a dark cave and the teachers teaching him only basic knowledge and meditation. The Kogis believe that this is how all spiritual knowledge is deeply embedded in the heart of a child. Every Key man always carries with him a small container called a popar, which contains white powdered lime made from oyster shells. In between work, They chew cocoa leaves and mix a small amount of the lime in their mouth. This mixture gradually creates deep concentration in them. In a kind of trance state, they can immerse themselves in meditation and introspection. They believe that this popar practice is a holy penance given by God for men. On the other hand, the Kogi women weave beautiful bags by hand from cotton and other fibers. From the outside, it may seem like a safe handicraft. But for the Keys, this weaving is the spiritual duty of women. They believe that through this creative work, women express their devotion and respect for God. It can be said that the popar for men and the weaving for women. Both of these are sacred pursuits for them. In every village of the Kogis, there is a special round temple which is only for men. Women are not allowed to enter there. In this room called Nu, the men regularly gather and meditate. They perform religious rituals and consult on social matters. When a boy reaches the age of 12, he is taken to this men's temple and the ceremony of initiation is performed. In this way, he receives the initiation of complete knowledge. Again, when a girl enters puberty, the entire community also celebrates that event with a special ceremony in this temple room. They celebrate every important step of society together through rituals and festivals that have strengthened their family bond. The Kogis consider nature as their mother and live in harmony with her. They mainly earn their living by farming and raising animals. But in a completely natural way, without any machinery or chemicals. If the harvest is good, they think Mother Earth is happy. And if the harvest is bad, they assume that nature is unhappy with them. The Kogira consider themselves the guardians of this land. Protecting the mountains, forests, and rivers is their sacred duty. So, if they want to cut down a tree or kill an animal, they silently ask permission from nature and then ask for forgiveness. The Kogira have kept some places as absolutely sacred, where no outsider is allowed to enter. According to their ancient beliefs, a mountain goddess named Suya lives in such a cave. If someone defiles that place, the goddess expresses her anger by causing terrible storms and earthquakes. According to the Fogas, every time humans break the laws of nature, nature takes revenge by creating disasters. They see the unusual weather and disasters that are seen around the world today as punishment for the sins of modern humans. Even their remote mountains have been affected. The menstrual cycle has become erratic. New diseases and pests are appearing in the crop fields. Some crops and animals have already disappeared. They are also not spared from the consequences of the loss of nature's balance. Yet, the Kira people are completely unwilling to leave their way of life and come to modern society. Many times, the government and outsiders have tried to give them modern facilities. But the koalas have clearly rejected those offers. They have their own system of governance and customs and they live happily in that environment. They believe that the life shown by their ancestors to live in harmony with nature is the best for them. The modern world may neglect them as primitive. But we, the civilized people, may have forgotten the knowledge and peace that they have retained in the lap of nature. While we are gradually getting separated from nature due to the fascination of machines, the Kira are still living in the lap of forests and mountains in complete satisfaction in the proximity of Mother Earth. This mysterious life of theirs makes us wonder whether we have really lost that deep bond with nature and from whom can we learn how to live a life of true peace and well-being by respecting nature.